Hey guys, Token Vaping. Today's juice review is on this company that I came across on Instagram. They are called Stance Liquids. They do have an Instagram, a Facebook, and they are on a website. If you go to premierliquids.com, you can actually purchase the juice off of there, as well as other sites that they are retailing out of as well. There's a couple of things that I like about this line. Number one, they were kind enough to inform me, and they had sent me a picture of the lab that they process and manufacture this in. It is state of the art. It is a clean room. They do take very, very big strides to make sure that everything is processed properly. The quality assurance is there. That the two flavors that they are manufacturing are made of the utmost quality, locally sourced, like most companies are nowadays, and all the ingredients that they use are basically of high quality. So they're not trying to cut corners. They're not trying to make something cheap on the go and just get it out there. They are taking the proper steps and precautions to make sure that everything is followed by specific guidelines, and that what they're putting out is not only something that they would vape, but something that they are proud to put their name on. On Premier Liquids, I believe right now they have a 30 ml bottle size and a 3 nic. Right now that's about the only specific nic option that they offer. If you do email them, and their email address is on their Instagram page as well, if you do email them, I'm sure they could probably work something with you. Obviously, I'm sure they could probably make it zero. It's just making the same thing and just not adding the nicotine in it. As far as the rest of it goes, you would honestly have to contact them and let them know, and then just go from there and see what they say. The other thing I like about them a lot is, like I said, they do have two flavors. These are their bottles. This is the 30 ml bottles. I was able to acquire both flavors. This is their. This isn't their specific logo. This is the name of their company, Stance. This is the name of the flavor. This one is called Lifted. There is a truck in both of them actually, and the reasoning for that specifically is that on their Instagram page, it basically states that their two loves is vaping and lifted trucks. So that's where the two trucks are on there. And I believe, if I remember right, the trucks that are actually used in the video are people that they know, that they cooperated with and let use for the pictures on these. So it's actually kind of cool. They keep it, close to home, so to speak. There is a warning label on this side here. Does have the ingredients, the nicotine strength, and the size on this side. And then, as I said, that is the front. Now, the cool thing that I like is their actual logo is this star symbol right here, but if you look closely, it actually looks like a studded collar. If that's what you guessed, you would be correct. The reasoning why is this dog right here, and I'm really bad with dog species, but I would say a pit bull. Basically, that is their actual logo within this circle here, and it is a really solid, badass looking logo. Honestly, they do, I believe, have shirts coming out. I actually am going to try to get one regardless, because I really think that the logo on the shirt looks really, really slick. Now, as I said, these are an 80-20 mixture. They do offer the single nicotine option right now. There are two flavors, Flex and Lifted. I will show you the vape on one of them and the cloud production as well. Now, this is one of those times where my opinion specifically comes into play. The reason why I say that is because I always try to make sure that my opinion is just that. It's my opinion. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to tell anybody how they should take to this, what they should get out of this, how they're going to feel. All I'm trying to do is give my opinion as to how I took to the flavor and what I got out of that. And maybe that'll help fill in the gaps for some of you out there. Maybe it'll give you a little more knowledgeable info base to go off of to try to decide if it's something that you want to try or not. As I stated, these are sold in stores, so they are getting their name out there. With that, the reason why I say that is because the first flavor that I tried, which is Flex, it's the red label bottle, and then there's Lifted, which is the blue. Flex is supposed to be a watermelon jelly bean. Now, I'm not a candy person. Never have been. I don't eat a lot of sweets, things like that. So candy flavors are not flavors that I will jump on or most of the time go out of my way to purchase. And the reason why I state that my opinion on this is key, so that you all know that it literally is just my opinion, because the next person who tries this line, may get something completely different out of this. Now, it is a watermelon jelly bean. It definitely, I get the watermelon on the inhale, and smell of it absolutely is watermelon. I mean, I can sit here and smell this bottle all day, and I get watermelon out of it. Basically, as soon as you cut open a watermelon, that's what you're going to smell. The thing that I had with it was that, and I have had jelly beans before, and in my opinion, if you eat too many jelly beans, or if you eat jelly beans that don't have a strong enough flavor, after a few, handfuls, so to speak, it tends to leave a kind of a soapy taste in your mouth. At least it does for me, and I think that's one of the reasons why I never took to jelly beans, is because after eating a few of them, I always felt like, I mean, literally, it kind of felt like I licked a bar of soap. And I hate to say it that way, because, it's not going to be for everybody. There are some people that I know that vape jelly bean flavors in the past, and they've absolutely loved them. I know a lot of people that like candy flavors that always get the candy flavor out of it. Like I said, for me, this just was not a strong flavor, but it's still made well. The viscosity of it, as you can tell, it is an 80/20. It's clean. It vaped decent. Like I said, I did get watermelon out of it. However, the tail end of it, it tended to get a little, it just got kind of a soapy chalk aftertaste. And it may have just been me. I may not have let it sit long enough. It may not have properly steeped for me, which is fine. It does happen. It's not, nobody's perfect. These things do happen. Like I said, the next person that tries this has a completely different taste preference than I do. So they may completely get the jelly bean flavor and be totally in love with it. And that's what makes the vaping community so incredible, is just the wide diversity of it. So please, do not take my reaction to this as law. Like I said, unfortunately, because I'm not a candy person, I just didn't take to this. However, in a positive note, the one that I did like was Lifted. This is basically supposed to be a Danish flavor, and it definitely does taste like a breakfast Danish. I only say breakfast because most people that I know have Danishes for breakfast. It's kind of like a croissant, kind of like a muffin. You get a Danish, and it does have a slight cinnamon twist to it, which I liked as well. I'm starting to actually gravitate towards cinnamon flavors. I don't like cinnamon, a whole lot of it in the real form of it, but I have been coming across a few different vape flavors that have cinnamon in the flavor, and I've actually really been starting to take to them. This is no different. This is a very solid Danish flavor with just a slight hit of cinnamon, which I do like a lot, because they're not trying to overload it. They're just trying to put a little bit of a flavor hit to it, so to speak. So between the two, my definite choice, I would honestly say, would be Lifted, which is the Danish flavor. So now I'm going to go ahead and vape this really quick and show you what the cloud production off of this looks like. And before I do that, as always, the only cotton that I use to wick my devices with is Texas Tough cotton. It is not a pansy-ass cotton ball. It is not weak. It doesn't deteriorate really fast. It's very solid, holds flavor very, very well, and it doesn't have that cottony taste to it when you vape on it. So if you are interested, on Instagram, it's Texas Tough Cotton. Definitely give it a follow or a like and let them know that I told you about it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick vape on Lifted. Yep. Definitely get a very nice cinnamon Danish smell off of that. It's definitely good, almost like you walked into a bakery department and they just pulled a tray of them out of the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and drip this really quick, and we will go from there, and I will show you the cloud production. And again, in case you didn't catch it the first time. Like I said, it is an 80-20 mixture. So it definitely is going to be good for clouds. It's definitely going to be good on flavor. And as always, show you here real fast. I am vaping at 75 watts. So this is lifted from Stance Liquids. Clouds. Definitely very solid, very, very abundant. So again, definitely get that Danish flavor with a slight hit of cinnamon, and I at least didn't get a throat hit out of either one of them, which I found very, very impressive with the watermelon jelly bean, because a lot of candy flavors is where I get the throat hit the most. Even if it is a thicker liquid, I always seem to find it. I did not with either one of these. They both vaped very smooth. Like I said, the jelly bean one just left a little bit there for me. But I am a very big fan of the lifted flavor, because it does have that fresh made Danish taste to it. And it's not heavy. You get the Danish, you get the cinnamon, but it doesn't weigh on your tongue. It doesn't weigh on your palate. So it doesn't feel like you just shoved the whole Danish down your throat and you're just like, I'm full. It has a lighter flavor vape to it, which is nice, because it means then you can vape this a little bit longer, or make it an all-day vape by choice. So, overall, with the facility that they use, with the clean lab that they use, making a thicker vape for cloud people and for flavor people, at an 80-20, definitely does not hurt them. It is a very well made 2-flavor lineup. Some people may take to the jelly bean flavor, some may not. The lifted, if you like Danish or you like anything with a little bit of cinnamon in it, I think you definitely will enjoy that flavor as well. Definitely reach out to them. They are on Instagram. As I said, they also are on Facebook. Stance Liquids, guys, thank you so much. This was a huge honor. I'm always indebted and privileged to be able to do reviews for various juice companies. So thank you guys for allowing me this honor. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Hit me up, comment, concerns, constructive criticism, like, follow, subscribe. Anything that I can do, absolutely anything that I can do to help further enhance your vaping experience, that's all I'm about. That is the only reason why I do this. The more people that I can help or better inform, the better I feel about this, and the more people I know that are out there are getting the most out of their vaping adventure, so to speak. So definitely let me know if there's anything that I can do. Again, Stance Liquids, thank you guys so very much. Vaping community, Token Vaping, have a good night. Vape on, vape straw.